Well, what the investiture or induction at a university means is a formal celebration, recognition of the leadership coming in and taking over at the helm of the university. But for me, this was an opportunity to bring the community together, not only here at Tech, but also in Socorro, as a means of celebrating this wonderful campus and what it means not only to the city, but the entire county as an economic engine. And so it's a time of celebration, it's a time of recognition. For me, it's more about the institution and the people than it is the president. So we've used this to leverage opening up the world to the wonderful nature that we have in faculty at Tech.
I was going to ask, next weekend is 49ers weekend, alumni coming in. What are your thoughts about experiencing that as president for the first time?
Oh, I look forward to the homecoming. I will not carry the lime up the hill and paint the M. I can guarantee you that. But I will be here to work with the alumni. I'm very excited, actually, as part of my goal to have a strong relationship both in terms of working with and communicating with our alumni. And so for me, this is a great opportunity to reach out to them, to get to meet them and just have some fun on campus.
I've talked to some students who were doing some volunteer work in Socorro the other day, and they mentioned it's sort of an initiative to try to get more students to volunteer in the community. And I was going to ask you about the students volunteering and how much it means.
Well, I'm very excited that the students are doing that, and I think that just shows the character of the university and of the city working together. I mean, this city came about because there was a group of Pueblo Indians who reached out and helped some weary Spanish coming into the area. I think it's only appropriate that students from Tech reach out and help the local community in any way. And the fact they're doing this on their own initiative is very heartwarming to me. And I hope to see more of that. I know we've talked to the students about a Socorro Day or Socorro Days where people go out and help the community. And it looks like they've taken this initiative and they're running with it on their own.
There have been a few stories about more rankings that where the school is ranked pretty high. How do you feel about the recent rankings?
Well, clearly, I'm very proud. There's a foundation that was built here by my predecessors to take us to such high national rankings, which in summary is number one in engineering for public institutions, and it's chemical engineering, I think mechanical engineering in particular, and then number two in physics and chemistry for all public and private institutions. So we're very proud of the record that we have. It's just a testament to this amazing campus and the hard work that our faculty put into making this thing successful, this entity called New Mexico Tech.
I know that recently a new Vice President of Academic Affairs has been named. I was going to get you some comments on Doug.
My first comment is Doug Wells is not related to me. So just in case anyone has that question, he's an outstanding individual with a tremendous background, not only in working with students in academic affairs, but also as a researcher. He has brought in over $30 million worth of grants at his previous institutions. So he'll come here with a deep appreciation of those elements of Tech that make it so wonderful. The support for the students and the faculty and a deep understanding of research. So he and his wife are committed to living here. She will join him about 6 months later. She has some things to wrap up at the university, and will also be a faculty member in biology here. So we have another twofer coming into the institution. So we're very excited about having Doug join us.
The special session just wrapped up. I know there's going to be some cuts to higher education. Have you guys any idea of how it might affect Tech?
You know, you were doing well until you asked that question. So, yeah, I mean, in reality, we need to understand that there is an additional 5% on top of a previous 2.5%. So there's a total of 7.5% percent reduction to our budget. That's a challenge, and we are now beginning to look at how we can do that in a way that doesn't impact our core missions. It's going to be hard to do because we're a very lean institution, but we're going to have to put our heads on that. I'm hoping that at some point our state understands that the only way to enhance economic diversification is through higher education. The students that come out for our workforce and the ability to spin out companies and commercialization opportunities. So it gets harder and harder to do when our budgets get smaller and smaller.
At the ceremony today, we'll have a presentation of the keys to the university and presidential medal. Could you talk a little bit about the symbolism or significance of those two items and what, as I understand, it's a new thing.
I don't know anything about the keys, but
Okay.
I do know, but I do know about the medallion. The medallion was designed just recently. We have not had one, but the beauty of it is it has a listing of every single president, all 17 presidents on it, reflecting the history of the tech and all those people who were at the helm to make this a great institution. So for me, the symbolism is that it comes with it the responsibility of being the executive and leading this wonderful university, and then reflecting the past of all the people who've contributed to making this a phenomenal institution.
Does that in any way add weight to that?
Well, you know, I'm told that it's very heavy, so I'm just hoping I don't gradually lean over the thing as we're talking today. But so.
How meaningful is it to you to have Larry Lattman come back and talk? He's a former New Mexico Tech president and a graduate advisor of yours from the University of Cincinnati. Personally, what's that like for you to have him come back?
Well,
to this event?
it's coming full circle. I started my graduate career working with Larry Lattman at the University of Cincinnati. I did my master's thesis with him. I did my PhD dissertation with him. And so to have him standing on the stage with me is a great honor and actually a very emotional moment for me. To fill in his shoes that when he was a president here is another remarkable point of history. I would never have guessed that I would follow him as president of this great institution. So for me, it's just really momentous to have him here. So.
One of our chemistry professors, Michael Hagee, gave a talk a year and a half, 2 years ago, and it was about how chemists throughout the history of higher education in the United States of America have always made very good university presidents. Do you think geologists make excellent university presidents as well?
I do. There are quite a few actually in the nation. I think the similarity between chemists and geologists is that we understand the ingredients that come together to make really remarkable solutions or landscapes. And we understand the complexity that's associated with that it's not just a black and white situation. And therefore we're able to walk through those complexities and weigh all aspects, which is part of the academe scholarly approach. So it doesn't surprise me at all that we have similar feelings and we're presidents.
You've been on campus since July, had visited earlier than that, and you had been aware of New Mexico Tech and the Bureau and been familiar with people. Are there things that you've learned about New Mexico Tech since July that you might not have known before that?
Yeah, as I've described to people, for me, almost every day is like opening a new box of treasure of all kinds of exciting opportunities. I mean, who would know? When I came here, I had no idea that one of our alum was the vice president of gaming with Microsoft and the co-inventor of the Xbox. It's been essentially that every day, and just came back from a meeting for the Society of Petroleum Engineers in Dubai, running into alumni there, and we had one person who lives in Greece. He's his company in Greece, and he flew all the way to Dubai just to join us for the reception. It's just a wonderful surprise every day. So so I just hope it continues like that.
Anything else, Scott? So sort of a follow-up, I guess, now that you've lived in the community for a few months, how do you feel about the world and
We love it. I'm actually getting my car fixed here. How's that? So we've become a, no, we, as I've said all along, and I don't know how to say it any clearer or more sincere, it's been one of the most welcoming communities we've ever lived in. People have just reached out. I mean, we've actually had people come to our door just to say, oh, you know, it's so great to have you living here. I know one of the local proprietors of the store, when he discovered that Beth was in there shopping and who she was, he hugged her and cried and said thank you for being in the store. So it's a great community, and one that I hope that we can help to build. I was down with Home and Quattro Bursum looking at how we might get the theater kicked back into gear. So we're looking at all kinds of things.
How is the collaboration going? I know that there are a few things that you've had going. I know the tutoring initiative that's been started is one of the things that I know is going on. How are things?
Well, we have people like Sharon Sessions who's volunteering to do these things, and really, I think, making a difference. We're looking at, I think there's a program in physics that we're trying to bring into the high school to ramp up the physics education, the tutoring program. So what's impressed me is that people recognize that the school system here is good but needs help, and they're reaching out to help. Again, it's that community of Socorro helping each other. So instead of sitting there complaining, they decided to do something about it.
All righty. Thank you very much, Doctor.
Thanks.
Thank you.